All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, I'll name this segment later, GTG Spits That Grease, so on and so forth, title forever in the works. If the title hasn't actually given me away, if the title hasn't given me away yet, we're going to be talking about DSP and this newfound Pokemon hobby slash addiction slash obsession, and how he's going to deal with the problems that are gonna come down the line or come down the pipe sooner than later. Let me front face all this and say that I want to see how this goes, this whole Pokemon thing. I want to see how he does with this throughout the summer and then past that. So, and as it pertains to him and this this joke that he's going to become a Pokemon YouTuber, I don't know if he's going to do that, but it would be interesting to see if he would be willing to turn the DSP React channel into something Pokemon related, just to spite his detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, and certain people in the Pokemon community who have either spoken on him in some way, shape, or form, or yada 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 yada. So I'm curious to see how he plays that, because DSP is all about his spite, and DSP is all about attention, good, bad, or otherwise. So I'm anxious to see how he plays it, but he'll keep it on DSP Gaming for right now to try to play it safe. But I'm very interested in seeing how he's going to play this up. In any case, that's just my initial thoughts on that. Let's actually jump into the video. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let's see what's what, and then we'll go from there. Let's see here. Let me get strapped in here. So, should be this right here.
Do I ever worry?
All right, here we go. And big ups to Raw Phil and whatnot. Big ups to Diggs for cutting this. Big ups to Chio. And let's go ahead and give you guys a proper introduction to this. Let's get it started. So, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Ah, here we go. Sorry. Sorry for that jump scare. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here with Raw Phil, obviously. Darkside Phil speaks on future problems with Pokemon cards and future Pokemon pack openings. This is from June 17th of 2026. And like I said, I'm very anxious to see how he decides to play this out as the summer goes on. I'm really, really interested in seeing how he does this. Because even if the quote-unquote support for this slows down, I do honestly see the addiction's got him. You know what I'm saying? He's already been bitten by the bug. The addiction has him. Plus the obsession in that, well, these detractors, trolls, haters, and critics said that I was a fucking highly regarded and I'm a dent for throwing all that money at WWE champions, and it was actually just a useless hobby, even though he tried to lie and say that he sold the account, but then his explanation doesn't make any sense because obviously he didn't sell it, and he clearly doesn't know anything about selling accounts because he's a fucking retard. So there's all kinds of nonsense with that. But with Pokemon cards, though, there is an innate value to it. He can point to his little setup behind him. There'll be more of those later on down the line. But he can point to his little card display of his most valuable cards and say, hey, I'm not dumb. I am making some money on this, or I'm at least recouping some money. Then keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. It's not important. I just like to make it sound like it's important. He's going to sit there and write all this off on his taxes anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'll try to reiterate that every time we talk about Pokemon, but he's going to write all this stuff on his taxes anyway. It is what it is. Do I think he's actually profiting from this, though? No, not really. He's just, this money's getting spent somewhere. It's not being saved. It's not put into a savings account. It's not put into an emergency account. It's not put into retirement. So no, is he profiting from the idea that, okay, there is money coming in off of this? Sure, absolutely. He's ripping these dents off hook, line, and sinker. But if we're actually talking about real profitability and then being able to turn that into something tangible for himself later, well, no, he's not. So let's go ahead and meet in the middle, right? Let's do that. He's going ahead and profiting in the short term, but he will lose in the long term because Philip Paul Brunel is a loser, and that's where he deserves to be. All right, without further ado, here we go. Oh man, here we go.
Do I ever worry that the Pokemon cards can lead to a gambling addiction? Well, if you haven't noticed,
it already is. It already is a gambling addiction. Because if it wasn't, he would just say no. Oh, that's all he has to do is say no. But see, he has to explain himself because he already knows no one believes him. So he has to weave this story. He has to weave this tale, if you will, to try to convince you or to get you so confused that you just don't care. It's almost like punishing you for asking a question. It's kind of unique, to be honest with you.
What I've been doing is keeping it very integrated into the streams, right? That's what we're doing here. This is not, oh, Phil has like a giant investment now where he has an insane collection. No.
Literally sounds like a junkie. Here, I'm gonna bring this back for you, but I want him saying that he's integrating it into the streams and whatnot, meaning hiding it behind either Pokemon games or the TCG game and whatnot. That right there is just a shield. It's window dressing. It's a beard. It's the coward's way of having his addiction front facing and thinking that he's spiting his namesayers while at the same time saying, oh, well, this is just part of that. So you guys can't say that I'm fully committed and I'm fully ingrained in this, or the addiction is in control of me, because no, I have it linked to this, I have it linked to that, I have it linked to this. And that's all this is. This is someone who's just presenting you with a false sense of control. That's all this is. That's all it literally is. This right here is just him using TCG and the actual Pokemon video games as degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you guys can't say that I'm really addicted to this because look at what I'm playing and look at what's associated with. So how could it be an addiction when it all flows together? And this right here is important. Excuse me. This right here is important because if you think about the quote unquote goals or milestones or whatever and whatnot, yet again, just another mechanism, just another shield. You know what I'm saying? Just another outer wall to further insulate himself from what the real problem is. And more importantly, his greed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the real interesting thing about this Pokemon card situation, is that you're seeing his greed at damn near its peak, and you're seeing his addiction. And there actually is a bit of conflict, but for the most part, you're seeing them both trying to coexist side by side without actually conflicting with each other just yet. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. That's kind of stupid too.
Do I ever worry that the Pokemon cards can lead to a gambling addiction? Well, if you haven't noticed, what I've been doing is keeping it very integrated into the streams, right? That's what we're doing here. This is not, oh, Phil has like a giant investment now where he has an insane collection. No, we're just doing.
But he literally does. He literally has invested a ridiculous amount of money into these cards. I don't know if the video that I put out, by the time you guys see this, because I've been binging a lot of videos as of late, but I don't know if that video's out yet. But I made a video talking about when he revealed for the third time that he was opening cards behind the scenes, right? And because as you remember, that was what Chaos Rising was, the first card set that he opened, all 36 cards. Then he finished off Phantasmic Flames, which was the set that he was working on before he came out about the Crimson, that he was already doing, I should say, while he was sitting on Chaos Rising. He opened all those up behind the scenes and didn't tell anybody. Then he presented another Crimson Rising or Chaos Rising pack. That's pack number 2. He had that played on. He had that unveiled on stream. But then when they got down to like the last 14 card packs and that, he opened up 10 of them behind the scenes, and then they opened up the last 4. I did a video on that, and I had said and I had stated, and I believe this, I stand on this. You know what I'm saying? My Theo theory, and I'm actually holding to this and saying it's a Theo theory, is that right there was just him admitting to opening up those 3 card packs, is him establishing the precedence, establishing the pattern of behavior that he is opening up cards behind the scenes. And when he gets those really, really valuable cards, he'll eventually unveil them. He just has to figure out a way to do it. But he did that to cover his bases. So if someone accuses him, or if he has a slip and says, hey, you admitted to opening up cards without us, why are you doing that? Oh, well, I did it the first 3 times. I did it because I didn't want us to be ripped off. I didn't know if the card packs were resealed. I don't know if we were going to get a bunch of dupes. The cards that we were already opening, or the packs we were already opening on stream, weren't really producing anything. So I just wanted to go ahead and get them up and out the way so we can get to the new packs. You see what I'm saying? He's literally trying to he was setting the groundwork by doing all that. That right there is just someone who's already full blown into his addiction and giving all the reasons and excuses for him not to stop, not to slow down, but to justify what he's doing and saying that he's doing it for y'all or for his dents. And then if shit really goes south, he'll blame them for it. If you guys really wanted me to play more games and not do the Pokemon cards, why the hell didn't you guys just support the games? You guys keep saying that we want to watch you play this game. We want to watch you play this game. We want to watch you play these games. Okay, well, when I do it, where are you? You're not showing up. You're not helping me through those games. You're not supporting. See what I'm saying? But that's just me though. But I stand on that Theo theory. I stand on that like 10 toes. I'm on that.
What we're doing on the streams, yes, there's been 1 or 2 times where I have opened stuff off streams. I outright told you about it immediately. I showed you the cards that I pulled.
Told you. Evil laugh. Anyway, let me bring that back. Because this literally flows into what I was telling y'all.
There's been 1 or 2 times where I have opened stuff off streams. I outright told you about it immediately. I showed you the cards that I pulled. That's where we're limiting it, okay? And that's also why when people are like, hey, you're going to get magic cards, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Like, no.
Nah, but see, the reason why he's not going to do that is because Pokemon cards are there's a huge expansion, right, to all these different sets and whatever. And there's these older sets that he can still get his hands on. You know what I'm saying? So as detractors, trolls, haters, and critics are learning about this hobby, right, he's learning too. And he's realizing, or he's going to realize, well, hey, if, you know, while he's trying to wait for whatever new set that comes out, because I think there's a new set of cards that come out a couple times a year in a single year. While he's waiting for those things to happen, he's going to double up on the current ones if he can pull good cards, and then eventually he's going to go back and get the older shit. So he's got so much. It's like it's literally a casino tailor-made for him. He'll never give that up. There's too much to do. There's too much to be left on the table. There is too much dopamine in the air, as well as alcohol that's been watered down, that there's no reason for him to give any of this shit up. We're in this for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be a long ride. This is gonna be a strap in. This is gonna be a long one.
No, I'm just trying to do something that integrates into my content. That's it. That's all I want to do is get something that integrates into the content so it doesn't go crazy. Okay, so I hope you understand that. I'm not too worried about it because that's how we're doing it. Now,
but see, here's the funny part. I said that he's using this as a mechanism of control as well as shielding himself. It's already out of control, and he knows it. He deep down knows it's out of control. What it comes down to now is trying to convince these dents that he's in control of the situation. But he already knows that he's already spiraling. And then I have to ask, where is all of this extra capital coming from? Where's all this extra money coming from to buy all these cards? We were barely scraping by hitting goals before the Pokemon thing happened, before the quartering situation happened, to be honest with you, because that's what kicked all this off. So where's all this money actually coming from? Something to think about.
I said, if all of a sudden I change the channel, oh, now DSP Gaming is DSP Card Gaming.
See, going to the extreme, right? Because he loves doing that shit. He's always done that. You know what I'm saying? It's the earmarks of a coward, to be honest with you. He can't confront his own problems, right, or issues. So go ahead and put all of this, basically gaslight other people and make it seem like you guys are the ones that are out of control. It's you guys who are jumping to conclusions, while in the back of his mind, he's trying to figure out, well, let me go ahead and actually test the waters with this and see how you guys react to it. And like I said, he may not do it to DSP Gaming. Doesn't matter. It's a dead ass channel anyway. But he might go ahead to one of his other channels and do it. Look at what happened to King of Hate Vlogs. That ended up becoming DSP Reacts. That became DSP Politics and whatever other failed ass shit he's done to it. Who's to say it couldn't turn into a Pokemon channel? Something to think about.
And all we're doing is opening packs and building decks and doing this. Yeah, then there could be a big problem.
But he's already got it in his mind to do it, though. He's already establishing the idea of doing it. Are they willing to pay for it? Because money is the driving force behind all of this at the end of the day. Well, publicly. Behind the scenes, his addiction is really what's driving everything. But semantics.
But we're not.
The lines are so blurred, actually, between his greed and his addiction that it's almost hard to tell at times.
Doing that, okay? Would I ever buy a rare card outright? Probably not. Like for example, let's say eventually we.
Wait, what did you say? Probably not. Uh-oh. They see that Greninja is gonna end up fucking having him strangled sooner than later because he's a fucking dumbass.
Would I ever buy a rare card outright? Probably not. Like for example, let's say eventually we get to the point where we're actually trying to build a set. Like right now, I have opened 2 boxes of Chaos Rising. I'm almost positive I have.
He's probably opened a third. Now that I think about it, he's probably opening a third. Hell, he might have. Because here's another thing too. I want to make sure I establish. I'm pretty sure I did in that video. We're buying multiple card boxes at once. We're not doing a card box here, card box. I think he's been lying about that since Jump Street. I honestly think he's been buying boxes in multiples since this whole thing started. And then he turned around and tried to tell people, oh, these things are expensive, or these things are limited, or he was trying to use Scarcity, right? To make it seem like you guys have to jump on this. We have to open these cards so I can get more, knowing damn well that he's probably sitting on a couple boxes already. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to create scarcity to go ahead and drive the demand. You see what I'm saying? So probably one of the few things he's picked up from his gotcha games, but what he should have picked up from his business major. But anyway, or his business major, or even has a degree in it. And I question the validity of that now I think about it. Anyway, so he's lying on multiple fronts is basically what I'm trying to say. But I think he's always been sitting on multiple packs. Always. I think he's always been doing it. And as the future will eventually show us, I'm sure, you'll see it. You'll see that. And the thing is though too, and that's what makes the problem, or that's what comes down with the problem with the Shane situation. Like, it's right there. Why wouldn't you use that? But I'm of the thought that he is using Shane's. He's probably scared to go in there now, but he's probably gone in there before, or he's at least sending Cat in there. But I think the reason why he was so hell-bent and saying, oh, there's no card shops near me, or they're so dangerous, or they're always packed, or whatever, he was using it yet again as a shield, as a beard, as cover, so people didn't figure out where he's getting it. Because it's kind of retarded to be paying damn near twice the price for some of these card packs when you could literally drive 20 minutes and get them at market price. You see what I'm saying? So it seems kind of retarded to do that shit. Now, don't be wrong. DSP's a hermit. He's scared to leave his house, all of that. If Cat still has a job, he can easily just take a picture of the box, give it to Cat. Cat could walk into Shane's with a note on, with, you know what I'm saying, with like a little note pinned on her saying, please read this. Oh, okay, you need this? You got a credit card? Okay, chick. All right, here you go. Let me go ahead and tie this around your wrist, Cat. Okay, now you be safe now, okay? You tell Philip we said hi. I'm being an asshole and obviously facetious when I'm saying this. Or am I? But the point is, I'm being an asshole about this. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to do this. Why is he purposely going out of his way to make it harder? Unless he's lying about it. And then the same thing with these whole, oh, there are multiple stores around him that have Pokemon card machines. Well, why aren't you going to them? Matter of fact, why have you never mentioned any of these allegedly Pokemon card machines that were at all of your local stores, or at least at some of them? Why have you never mentioned it up to this point? DSP is quick to tell you about all the scalpers, all the people who are bullying kids and shit and punking people out the way so they can wait to get the cards and buy those machines out. Why did he never mention that before? A year ago, DSP would have laughed at that and called them people morons and shit. But now he swears to God it happens every day. That can't happen. He doesn't leave his house every day. He barely leaves his house once a week. Put it together. What does it say? What does it say?
The entire set. Okay? Let's say one day I want to make that set, but I'm missing a single card, so I can't complete the set. Maybe I would go and try to find the single card. Now, I'm not talking about the rare cards that are worth a ton of money, the variants. I'm just talking about the standard cards. Like, let's say I miss.
But if you want to complete the set, then you need everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they call things like master completions or whatnot. I don't know, but he's a junkie. So he's going to chase all that down either which way. But it doesn't matter. Instead of him saying, no, I'll just be happy with what I have, or I'd be willing to spend the money to get more packs to see if we can do it that way, he's already dancing around the idea of, well, yeah, I would do it. If I really need to do it, yeah, I would do it. Or maybe, hey guys, we have, 290 out of a 291, and I found the card, but I found the card on whatever site. It's kind of expensive. Would you guys be willing to support me so I can buy that card so I can complete the set? Because it's for us, right? After, when it's all said and done, isn't that why DSP says he does this? He's doing it for all of them. So why wouldn't he ask them to throw up the money to buy that individual card just so they can complete the set? Or maybe there's 5 cards. Maybe there's 10 cards that they need to complete the set. Hey guys, let's go ahead and use these milestones. Let's go ahead and have a couple milestones set up to help us get these cards. So instead of me charging you guys $50 a pack, I'll charge you guys $150 for these packs. But we're gonna use, 100 of that 150 is gonna go to us getting these individual cards so we can complete the set. Food for thought.
In card 132, the second evolution of a certain Pokemon, that's the only one I'm missing. Then maybe I would go get that, right?
But you wouldn't be the only one that you're missing because there are variances. You've already acknowledged that. Semantics.
We do it that way. But would I ever go and buy one of the rare variant cards that's worth a lot of money? No. What's the point of doing that? For me, it's the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of, hey, we're unpacking and look at the hit we got. That's amazing.
Yeah, but you're also, and I believe all that's true because he's an addict. But I'll also tell you that to one-up people and to keep the confidence of the dents by saying that you pulled a rare card that you actually bought, it's a thing. Or what is it that he told Stuttering Craig? An answer is an answer. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. An answer is an answer. And see, it's little things like that that dumbasses like myself are going to remember and throw in his face, and he can't argue it because he knows it's true. That's why you shouldn't run around lying to people for no... That's why you literally should not be running around lying to people for no fucking reason and shit. That shit will always come back to haunt you. Always.
That's the fun of it. Why is it fun to just go buy it like that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing it to have fun and have these cool interactive times.
So he's basically saying if I do buy it, I have to buy it under the guise of some type of utility. Whether we're trying to complete a set or to go ahead and dunk on my detractors, trolls, haters, and critics by saying that he hasn't pulled any rare cards or he hasn't pulled any valuable cards and he's just throwing all these dense monies away. All these dense money away. Money away. Ha 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 ha. Remember, we got to try to keep the dents on the line with this money because they're the cash flow, at least as far as we know. You got to go ahead and shut the fucking detractors up because, hey, I did pull this rare card. Ha 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 ha. Even with these newer cards or these valuable cards out of these newer sets, they do depreciate, you know what I'm saying, within like the first few months to a year. So that's going to be funny. Anyway, I know that much. I know that much. You know what I'm saying? So we've got a lot of balls in the air, which, feels gay. So he's good with that. But he has a lot of balls in the air. He's juggling a lot of plates, if you will, or whatever the case may be. We've got a lot going on. There's a lot riding on this. I think more so than most of us are willing to admit.
Times with all of you on the stream, if I'm just buying it, then you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you get it that way.
It's not very convincing, Phil. I gotta be honest. Not very convincing at all.
Would I ever do a vintage Pokemon box break? It's like I just said, probably not, because you understand that it's not worth it. Like any of these...
Now, obviously, he's bullshitting. For one, there's no demand for it right now. 2, he doesn't have an idea of how much it's going to cost. And 3, yet again, he needs to build scarcity to drive demand up. He hasn't laid down the groundwork for it yet, so diminish the idea of that until he's ready to establish it. And that's something DSP's done for years. He does that with playthroughs. Oh, Phil, are you willing to play this game? Oh, well, I don't know. No one's really asked for it. I haven't heard anybody on Twitter talk about it. I don't know. No, probably not. I'm not really interested in it. A month or 2 later. Hey, guys, you remember how all of you guys were asking for me to play this one game, even though it was only one person. You remember how all you guys were asking me to play this one game and people were reaching out to me and say, hey, you gonna ever play this game? All these people were hassling me about it. Well, I'm gonna play it. It's like that.
Vintage, any of these vintage card boxes are way too expensive. Some of them I saw are over thousands of dollars. Why are you going to spend thousands of dollars on a vintage card box that there's no way you would ever make any money on it unless you pull one insanely rare card that's isn't going to be in that box, right? So no, I don't think we'll be doing vintage.
We'll see. We'll see. Because like I said, I don't put nothing past them. I don't put nothing past them.
The music is scaring you? Okay, I'll change the track. Sorry that the music is terrifying.
I mean, your music's shit. You should be saving that shit for Halloween or something. But then again, they are releasing more and more horror films throughout the year now. So, you know, make of that what you will. Make of that what you will. What the hell are you listening to, Phil? Jesus Christ. Just taking whatever fucking slop that comes your way, huh? God damn, Phil.
Exactly. Eliza Pancake says some people collect, they actually like the product. They're not just pulling and trying to make money on it. You're right. And I have...
You're literally doing that, though. He's literally charging you for the pulls. He thinks, oh, because I'm not selling these cards to you, I'm not trying to make money off this. Fucker, you're charging people $50, $100 for fucking $5 packs, $6 packs. Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Found it fun
fucking con
to
artist.
Not only, you know, open the packs with you guys, but then after the fact go and sort a binder, right? Like here's...
So you reap all the benefits of it and they get nothing. He's saying, hey, your $50, your $100, you guys aren't getting shit out of it. I'm benefiting from it. But since I'm not selling nothing to you, you know what I'm saying? There's no problem. Even though he's theoretically holding the games hostage for you guys to support the Pokemon addiction. Crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy.
Here's the Phantasmal Flames binder.
Fucking silly.
And
I wonder if he's buying, because I know, or at least I was told, that there are Pokemon sets that have binders attached to them. So I wonder, did he do that? Did he purchase some of those sets? Some of those bundles, if you will, because you get the binder and sometimes there's a few packs of cards in there. And then he opened up the cards and just didn't tell nobody? I got so many questions, bro, because he got so many binders so quickly. So, I don't know. But then DSP is not a savvy shopper either, so once his mind's set on something, that's all he cares about.
After we did all of the pulling and everything, you know, I went in and I sorted it out in order. Okay.
Now, and think about how much time it takes to do that. Not a lot, but still. I thought so while he's spending all this additional time doing this, what was he doing before Pokemon? He wasn't spending time with his wife, right? He doesn't have any real hobbies or anything like that. So when Pokemon came into his life, right, all of his downtime, he's just now focusing on Pokemon cards. He's either trying to get box sets, he's looking up prices of cards, he's trying to verify what his shit's worth, he's starting to get into the idea of getting his cards graded. All of the time he's spending on Pokemon must have been taken from something, unless he wasn't doing anything. Makes you think.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure we're close to having the whole deck. I think there's one or two cards here or there that I didn't get in this set. But for the most part, we have almost every card in there. And it was very fun.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
To go through and say, okay, let's do them in order. Let's look at the evolutions, look at the cards, and sort them out. It's fun. It is a fun thing to do as a, you know, as a hobby.
And then keep in mind, Cat's not doing this with him. Cat's not doing this with him. He's doing this all by himself. Oh, healthy relationship.
Hobby as opposed to just, oh, I'm trying to make money on it or anything like that. So I like that. That's why I got the better binders. Instead of getting crappy binders, I started buying the higher quality binders to put the cards in and stuff like that. I just think it's a better way to do it.
Yeah, Brunel, and now that I think about it, where the fuck is the money coming from for all this? Unless that website wherever it is, TCG card, whatever it's called, unless that shit has like a layaway plan or some nonsense. Like, where the like, you know, unless he's running through all of Cat's credit cards. I got so many questions. Holy fuck. I think that's something that no one's really brought up yet. But where the fuck did he get the money, get the capital to fuel this enterprise? So many questions. I might have to make a separate video about that. Where'd the money come from, Burnell? Philip. Where'd the money come from, Philip? Holy shit. Sometime today, Phil.
Well, Ryu and Swigo says, maybe not vintage. What about having multiple boxes and having some more expensive stuff be a higher cost for pack openings? Maybe one could be $50 or $100. Well, here's the thing. We've integrated it into the content. It seems to be working the way we're doing it. I don't think asking for more works. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold up. Shit. Oh, hold up. You can already see the twitch in him. Like, well, wait a second. It's like, well, I hadn't thought of that. But that goes back to what I told you guys previously.
Or $100.
Sorry, let me bring that whole thing back. Oh, boy.
Well, Ryu and Swigo says, maybe not vintage. What about having multiple boxes and having some more expensive stuff be a higher cost for pack openings? Maybe one could be $50 or $100. Well,
see, when people start giving ideas off like this, it always makes me wonder if they're just undercover trolls. You know what I'm saying? Bleeding the dents from the inside. You know what I'm saying? Which, if that's the case, to those brave men and women and whatnot, I salute y'all. You guys are enemy of the state, and then it's behind enemy lines and black snort down. Like, what the fuck? Like, I salute y'all if that's really what this is. Because you have to always wonder if a lot of this shit is just troll ops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about deep behind the lines of Goutopia and behind enemy lines of the Snort Fort. Like, for real. Like, it always reminds me of that when you think about it. Like, some of this shit, I'm being facetious with some of this, but maybe I'm not. Some of the trolling that goes on over there is so cloak and dagger spy games type bullshit that it's funny. That's all. It's pretty funny. I've been fortunate enough that people trusted me enough to tell me some small shit, and it's really interesting, and I'll leave it at that. I don't have anything else to say. It just really but this right here, that was old stuff, but this stuff right here, I'm curious what this might be and whatnot, if this is just all complete and other trolling to come up with other ways to get these dents to give up this money just for straight entertainment. Because, to be honest, using my previous statement, it wasn't uncommon then, and I'm sure it's not uncommon now, that you have people who will do troll ops to not only farm content for detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, but to bleed dents. You know what I'm saying? The thing, though, is I think it's gotten so sophisticated now that you can't even tell anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how long these guys have been behind enemy lines. You don't know how deep they've been integrated into Goutopia or the Snort techs or whatever, that they might actually talk like a dent, but sometimes they have ideas like this, and it's like, well, wait a second. Are you really a dent? It makes you question shit. That's all I'm saying. It makes you question shit. Should be funny around here.
Here's the thing. We've integrated it into the content. It seems to be working the way we're doing it. I don't think asking for more works. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go to $100 a pack for the rarer packs. I mean,
you tried to start this off with $100 for regular packs. Remember, because I didn't even know this. Someone had told me on stream. Big ups to them. But I was on stream, and people were telling me when this whole Pokemon thing first popped off that I was like, yeah, he's charging these dents $50 a pack. And people were like, no, we got to correct you on that. He initially wanted 100, and then I found the clip, or someone sent it to me. I think someone sent it to me. Big ups. And yeah, he initially started off with this being $100 for regular packs. Now, this whole specialty thing, we'll find out what that goes into. But initially, though, he wanted $100 for these regular packs, and he had to be talked down to 50. That shit's insane when you think about that shit from top to bottom. It gives you an idea of how sick he was when we first started this Pokemon journey or whatever.
The other thing is, we may play the the trading card sim game soon. We might even play it next week. I think, like, if we're going to do that, obviously you're opening virtual packs of cards. I think at least once when we do those, we should probably open a pack of cards for that too. Okay? I mean, just being honest and fair, I think that would make sense. That'd be cool. So if we're playing Pokemon, maybe open a pack of cards. If we're playing the trading card game on nights when we decide to play that, if we do, we open it then. Okay? Now, outside of that, all right, when else? Because here's the thing. I don't have financial goals on my streams and haven't since November. But if I say, oh, well, if we hit a certain level of support, I'll open a pack of cards, what's going to end up happening is people are going to be like, you have goals. Don't you know you have goals? And so obviously I don't want to do that. I don't want to go 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Does that make sense? So the question is, what do we do then? Do we do it based on if someone gives a lot? Like, let's say someone does $100 contribution. Is that instantly we commit to opening a pack of cards then? If there's $100 contribution? We could do something like that. It could be like if you drop 20 subs or $100 super chat, or I guess that would be because $3 per membership. So 33 memberships, right? Do something like that. Because people are like, oh, well, why so much? Because I only have 31 packs left. You understand? Right? I don't have 31 packs left. So I don't want to be opening them 7 a stream and we're done with this box in 1 week. This is expensive. You do understand that this box cost a lot of money, right? So I don't want to just go through it, within a week. By the way, excuse me for 1 second. I have something I need to do. Did a $2 super chat, says 1 pack a day, you silly goose. 1 pack a day? Is that what we should do? Only 1 pack a day? So, I mean, what I'm thinking, like I said, maybe if we're playing Pokemon, guaranteed that I'm going to open a pack during the Pokemon stream. If we're doing the trading card game, guaranteed that I'll open 1 pack during the trading card stream. Okay? And then maybe in celebration of a big contribution, like if someone does $100 contribution, I'll be like, okay, for $100. Did it not play any sound effect? I didn't hear it. That was weird. Well, anyway, I don't know why it didn't play the sound effect. I'll read that in a second. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 1 pack per Pokemon stream, 1 pack per trading card stream, and for a $100 contribution. That way, here's why I want to do it that way. Because then we have a chance to open a pack on any stream. Right? Like literally any stream we could open a pack. That's cool. Otherwise, it would only be during Pokemon streams and only during trading card streams and no chance of opening packs otherwise. And I want to always kind of have a chance to do it. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Some people are saying 50 rather than 100. Well, here's the thing. Okay? Here's why I'm apprehensive about doing every 50. Okay? Because, quite frankly, as you saw, that was not quick to do. When I'm going to do this, I got to move my stuff. I got to adjust the camera, interrupt what we're doing. I don't know if I'm always going to have the gloves, to be honest. That was kind of a funny thing to do for the first time. I doubt I'll always have the gloves on me or whatever, just to be honest here. Okay? But it takes a while to do. It's going to be disruptive to the content that we're doing, right? Now, let's say, for example, I'm streaming a game and we get 3 $50 contributions. What if we get a $50 contribution early, a $50 contribution middle of the stream, and 1 later? It's like, so what we're going to do, just unpack cards the whole stream? I thought this was a game stream, I feel like the $100 price point means that every once in a while, on a rare night, we'll get to see a pack of cards, but it won't be intrusive to the content that I normally put out. And every once in a while, someone drops $100. That's a special event. You know what I'm saying? It would be something cool. Because the thing is, here's the thing I don't want to do. I don't want to be reliant on hitting an arbitrary number because my streams don't have goals like that anymore. They did for a long time. First, it was 100, then it was 200, then it was 150, right? Now I don't need that anymore because we're doing good. We've been doing good on every stream. I have no complaints whatsoever. Thank you all for that. Don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. I'm not going back to that. I want this to be a way to say, hey, let's party atmosphere. Let's have a special thing that we're doing now because someone decided to support in a big way, and it could happen at any time. I do feel if I do $50, it's going to be too common. We're going to be doing it too much, and this box will be gone within like a week or two. I'm serious. I feel like this box will be gone, and that's the thing. Like, I wanted to have this be something special that lasts a bit. I don't want this to be gone in a week, and now, wow, well, Phil, you're going to get more? Well, this thing costs a lot of money. I don't want to have to be ordering them once a week. That's crazy, you know? No, see, that's what I mean. There's not going to be a card pull goal. I want to do it in celebration of something special, you know? Why do it in tying to money? I'm not. We're doing it in tying to the content. We're doing it on Pokemon streams, and if I play the trading card game. But I want to do another way so it's not just those streams. Because let me give you an example. Next week, I'll probably play Pokemon twice. We may play the trading card game once, maybe twice, but probably once. So that's 3 packs all week. But if there's always a chance that someone might contribute and we could see another one, that'd be cool. It's always, oh, it's cool, it's interesting. Maybe Phil will do a pack tonight if someone does a big contribution. Or let's be honest, maybe someone's like, oh, I really like this game. Man, I want to support it. And I know if I do a good contribution for Phil, he'll open a pack too, and that's something for everyone. You know? How about this? Right? Who would be willing to do that? Is there anyone even on the stream right now who's like, yeah, if Phil had a $50 reward to open a pack, I would do it. This particular box, people are asking. So I saw this box going for as cheap as $300, as expensive as over $400. I think I paid $325. I think. That's what I think I paid, $325. Okay? So, yeah, it's expensive as shit. These are not cheap prices, you know? Straight Aces, you seem to be misinterpreting. He goes, people can spend $50 to watch a TCG stream or open cards and ship it to them. This isn't a card stream. My content isn't cards. This is a special thing in tandem with me already providing you an entertaining stream, a podcast, a Pokemon gameplay stream, a trading card store stream, a Lego Batman stream, whatever it may be. You're already getting the content. This is something additional to that. No one's going to say, I'm going to give Phil $50 so he opens a card pack. They're going to say, I already like his content. This is good content. I want to support it. Here's $50. And as a bonus, we're also going to get to see a card opening today. That's the difference. This is not, my business is not, I bought the cards to open and ship them to people, and that is my content. That's not my content. You're getting it wrong. You're thinking, oh, well, Phil, there's already competition out there for $50. They'll ship you cards. That's not my business. That's not even the point of this. You've got it wrong. I'm already giving you other content. If that trading card gamer was also doing something completely different to entertain you and also was shipping you cards, then you'd have a point. But all they're doing is fucking sitting there waiting for money to open a card pack and send it to somebody. That's a little different than what I do. Judge Dredge says, I would do 50 for Magic the Gathering packs. $50, you'll have more people do it than 50. If you make opening the shorts videos, you will want to turn over and have more variety of pack-style Pokemon or other card games. You confused me. You've addled my brain. It seems like people are now pushing for 50. I don't know. Again, understand that we're already going to be opening these naturally during streams of Pokemon or if I do the trading card game. This is not something that's always tying it to money. It's not supposed to be about that. All right? I bought it to be an additional piece of content for when we're doing this kind of gaming. So people are disagreeing. It's tough to figure this out. We got to determine it right now. All right? All right. 100% locked for now. Number one, in a Pokemon stream, we're going to open a pack. That's number one. Number two, during a trading card stream, meaning the game, the sim game, if we choose to start playing that at late nights, one pack per those. And I will say, all right, we'll do it. $50. If someone does a $50 super chat, 10 subs, 5,000 kicks, that would be 17 gifted memberships, okay? Or a super sticker for 50, a $50 contribution, all right? At, you know, during a stream. It has to be in one go, too. It can't be like, oh, I give you a $5 super chat, then a $5 super chat, then a 5, then a 5, then a 5, then a 5 over 4 hours, and then all of a sudden it added up to 50, and now at the end, no. You do it all at once. with the intention to say, hey, I want to see the pack too. All right? That's how we're going to do it. Straight aces, you have no point. Stop repeating yourself. You have no point. I've already disproven what you were saying. You don't know what you're talking about. Thanks. Rude Fossa Gaming, this is not meant to be a business venture where I'm shipping things. He goes, you sign the cards and mail them? No. The cost of mailing alone will be more than the card. There's no point. I already know because I've been there, done that. Okay? Jack Ryan Gaming did a $2 super chat, says 1 pack every 100 likes. No. We're not opening packs for likes. That's not happening. Sorry. All right, so now we have a group of trolls. I'm just going to get rid of them. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. So, that's the rules right now. It's going to be, we will open a pack of these for a Pokemon stream, or if I happen to do a trading card sim stream, which we may start next week, we'll see. And if someone does a $50 contribution in one go, whether it's 10 subs, 5,000 kicks, 17 memberships, or a super chat or a super sticker, or a $50 tip, we'll open another pack. And that starts as of right now. This very moment, it has begun. Okay. There you go. Good. So now I just got to figure out where to store them. I guess down here, so they're always at the ready. Okay. Oh, and for the record, I also want to say this. It has to be the intention of the contributor. Meaning, let's say, for example, someone tips $50, right? And they'll be like, hey, so I want to support this game, and let's do a pack on opening. Okay. There may be someone who contributes, and they have zero interest and don't want pack openings. That's okay, too. You can say, I don't want to do a pack opening. This is just to support your streams, and that's okay, too. It's dependent upon the person who's donating. Okay? All right. Because you got to understand, excuse me. You got to understand that the pack opening will take some time away from the stream. A few minutes or, maybe 5-10 minutes for each pack opening, right? Because of that, there may be people who are like, no, I want maximum gameplay. I just want to support your stream. Here you go. Don't do the card opening because I want to see more of the game. That's okay. I don't want people to feel like, oh, because I'm contributing, now we're all obligated to see cards. That's not the point here. It's supposed to be a fun thing. It's an option for someone who wants it. It's not going to be something that's forced upon everybody. Okay? There you go. So we shall see. By the way, I'm putting everything back, fully expecting that I'm not going to get a $50 contribution during this stream. I'm putting everything back. It's happen. And
crazy, son. Just crazy. Absolute madman.
Again, I don't want this to become the end-all be-all of the content. I don't want people to come to DSP Gaming just because Phil's opening Pokemon cards. I want it to be a fun thing we do on the side while I'm playing games. Does that make sense?
No, you're trying to say that you're doing this as just a supplement. It's supplementary to the content that they're already doing, which has to be tailor-made to the supposed card content. That won't last long. I promise you that won't. That won't last long. Right now, at least in these early stages, people are kind of enamored with it, but people are kind of just in the toleration of the bullshit. Sooner than later, he needs to get it to the point where you need to accept that this all goes hand in hand. This all goes together. You know what I'm saying? There is no separation between the Pokemon cards and whatever video game shit we're doing, because there are Pokemon video games. There are other aspects of Pokemon that can be tied into games or whatever. This all goes together. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to support the games. You got to support the Pokemon. It's one of the two. And whoever it is who wins is the one who gets to drive the ship or the stream, whatever.
If it becomes, well, come to DSP Gaming where for $50 you get this pack, for $100 you get this pack, but then we have a special 2-for-1 deal today where you get this pack and this pack. Hey, Phil, aren't you playing games today? Oh, yeah.
It almost sounds like that he's already laying out the groundwork for it, to be honest. It sounds like he was just looking for a trigger. Sorry, I've been messing with I've been messing with StreamerBot a lot. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to have triggers you have to have a trigger for certain things and stuff like that. Anyway, semantics. But yeah, I think we got problems, ladies and gentlemen. I think business about to In the words of the good old JR, I think business is about to pick up.
Yeah, that's right. We're playing a video game, right? You see, I don't want it to be like that. So let me put it this way. The only way that I would consider doing something like that would be if we were doing content that was card-centric, meaning it was just card stuff.
Coward. Absolute fucking coward.
Okay?
Just come out and say, hey, if you idiots are willing to pay for that, then that's what we're going to do. Isn't DSP the one that says, oh, I'm willing to give you guys what you want or whatever? Coward. Absolute coward. And don't let anybody tell you different. That's what he is. From cradle to the grave, he's been a coward his whole fucking life.
That's it. If it's just card stuff, like a show just based around cards, then I would maybe consider doing something like that. But I'm not going to do something like that right now.
Oh, so we're going to do it. We're just not going to do it right now. But that's funny because earlier on he said we weren't doing it at all. All right, whatever. Whatever. God damn, your music sucks, Phil. This is terrible. Phil! And then what? You're just waiting for the donations to come in, or what's going on?
Okay.
Yikes!
I've already said it a million times. No, I don't sell Pokemon cards. I'm never going to be like, oh, pay me for cards and I'll send them to you. We're not doing that. No, that's not the point.
Well, first off, well, yeah, because he wants everything. He wants the money, he wants the cards, and he wants the attention. Two, he doesn't want a detractor getting their hands on that shit. The last thing DSP needs is him selling a bunch of cards off to some detractor, troll, hater, or critic, and then they parade that shit on stream or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? If Duty got their hands on that, or someone from that being said got their hands on that shit, DSP would blow his fucking top. Hell, imagine, because Duty's linked to Rich, just imagine if fucking Review Tech USA said, hey Phil, how are you doing, Phil? Look at what I have here. Remember all those cars that you sold? It was me, Phil. It was me all along. Like, DSP would lose his shit over that. Hell no. Hell no. DSP would be mad as fuck if that happened. Holy shit. DSP
no, I'm not a PokeTuber.
Not yet. Jesus Christ, Phil. That's tough. That's tough. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Holy shit. Boy, that's just gonna go to hell in a handbasket fast. That's gonna go to hell in a handbasket fast. You can already see that shit. Good God. Anyway, big ups to Raw Phil, big ups to Diggs, and big ups to Chio. So final thoughts. Like I said, let's see how the summer goes. Let's see how the summer goes, and then let's go past that. With every day that goes past, there are more and more people that are looking into this Pokemon stuff and seeing how it works. If DSP can, like I said, let's just get through the summer. If we make it through the summer and we're still full blown into this shit, then I want to see how he does leading up to the holidays. And then I want to see us get past that. But through the holidays is where you're going to see the real push. You're going to see a real heavy push. There's always holiday merchandise and whatnot. I don't know if there's card sets or anything that's associated with the holidays, but there's always, you know what I'm saying? There's always something holiday affiliate or related as it pertains to Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. So if he can push that shit during the holidays, then why wouldn't he? So we'll see. We'll see where all that goes and whatnot. I'm kind of sort of doing my little bit of research and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to Proper from the DIA. I've been over there at the DIA offices. I forgot I got an office there myself. And I'm over there, you know, I'm doing my research. We'll see what's what. But, you know, let's just get past the summer. Let's get to the holidays, and then let's see how that works. But I would assume, because, you know, 'tis the season and all that shit, DSP's you're gonna really see DSP push and drive for Pokemon pack openings during the holidays, especially if he can get something, or if he can find something, or if they have anything that is holiday themed. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're really gonna see DSP show his ass. So, you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a whole lot of holiday ham this year, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. This has been, I'll name the segment later, GTG spits that grease, so on and so forth. I appreciate you guys watching. And like I said, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Later, people.